A bunch of you guys made some really cool points during my last live show. For instance, you said that cryptocurrency would finally take the place of regular money. Today, I'd like to talk about what the world would be like if XRP could compete with or replace the US dollar. At first, this may sound crazy, but I think it will soon start to happen. I want to be clear. I don't believe XRP will become the new US dollar. In the end, I think this will happen in the Bitcoin business as a whole. It's not going to happen. That didn't happen all at once. I think it will happen slowly over the next few years until it's certain. In the end, it will happen, and there will be no more paper money. One day we'll think, wow, that was stupid to have dollar bills for so long. I'm sorry I got off track. Let's talk about what would take place. How likely is it that XRP and other cryptocurrencies will replace the US dollar? If that does happen, what does it mean for XRP? So XRP might be a good choice instead of the US dollar in several ways. I think this is the most important thing to talk about first, since everyone needs to know why cryptocurrency is better than regular money. XRP was made to fix problems with the current financial system by making it easy and cheap to send money between countries. Systems like SWIFT are used to trade and send money across countries in US dollars. Because they use middleman banks, these methods can be slow and cost a lot. Settlement can take days. XRP Ledger is a blockchain-based ledger that lets almost any kind of move happen instantly and for a small fee. Some features of Ripple's on-demand funding let banks use XRP as a bridge currency. This way, they don't have to keep foreign currencies in accounts that are already funded. This alone could help save a huge amount of money for banks all over the world. This is a clear reason why XRP is better than the USD. Also, it's not political and isn't centralized. The US dollar is strong because of the country's role in world politics and the economy, as well as the Federal Reserve's control over interest rates. It makes things better. Today, we are weak. Even more people have this weakness, I believe, since the Federal Reserve is acting in ways that many people believe are not good for everyone in the world. And we can see that people do get fined or use money as a tool. Bitcoin has had a lot of these kinds of problems. I think it's good that politics aren't really a part of the story. Do you believe that cryptocurrencies and money in general should be built on reason and not be affected by things like wars, bans, and other like that? Making money shouldn't have any effect on them either. I think our money should really keep its value. I know, crazy thought. It's also becoming more popular among banks, which is a big part of this. Ripple works with a huge number of banks around the world, such as Santander, Standard Chartered, and SBI Holdings. These deals show that XRP is being used more and more in real life to handle money. Of course, inflation and trust issues are also very important, right? This is what people seem to be having the most trouble with when it comes to money, whether it's US dollars or something else. There are places in the world where things are even worse than with the US dollar. Look at Venezuela and Zimbabwe. Their money isn't worth anything. If prices keep going up and people lose faith in the US dollar, they might look for other ways to buy things or store value. A lot of people seem to be interested in this reason. A lot of people are interested. The XRP system is made to handle a lot of events at once, more than 1,500 per second, and not use as much power as proof-of-work blockchains like Bitcoin. Of course, it's a much better tool again. That the US dollar is the most important currency in the world is just one reason why it shouldn't be changed. Rules and rules cause a lot of trouble. You can't buy or sell much on this market. Politics are a problem, and cryptocurrency hasn't found many uses yet. Because it isn't fully part of the world's banking system, it will take some time. It's not going to happen now. Stable coins are also very important right now, and the US economy needs a lot more of them, which means that more people want to buy US bonds. This makes the US dollar even stronger around the world. All of these are good things then. Okay, I get it. I'm going to say it again. We'll quickly talk about those, but a lot of people say that XRP has already partially replaced the US dollar, right? Many people are putting their US dollars into XRP. People are putting their Korean won, Japanese yen, Chinese yen, European francs, and euros into XRP, right? This money is already in XRP. This means that the US dollar has been replaced, in part as of today, but not completely. Also, I think the trend is likely to continue. You may remember that I said at the start of the movie that XRP would not be the only coin. There will definitely be a lot, which I think is good because it makes people come up with new ideas. When there are more coins out there, people have more options. There you have it. All of these Bitcoin companies need to quickly come up with new ideas in order to be the clear winner. That's where I think crypto has real value. That's the choice. If you don't like this crypto or what it does, you can do this crypto instead. That sounds great to me. That looks like the money of the year 2020. Still, it's clear that if XRP starts to replace the US dollar, there will be a huge price change. In the best possible world, XRP would completely replace the US dollar. I don't think this will happen though. It's clear that the price would go up by a lot. You can see this at the top. It seems like a new one. Each XRP is worth $37 to $5. It's clear that that is some pretty crazy stuff. It looks like that's about the same as 21,000 M2. Then XRP would be used all over the world as money. I do think that we will eventually replace some of the US dollar with other currencies. This will cause the price of XRP to skyrocket. Also, I think it's pretty clear that we'll be able to reach $50 per XRP pretty fast. For the first time in a long time, many different currencies are being replaced around the world at the same time. This means that I think this bull run could even go as high as $12.50 for every XRP. I believe XRP will do the same thing, maybe even more so, since it's easier for more people to get than stocks or real estate, because everyone can use them as long as their government lets them connect to the internet. That's really the only thing stopping you. Okay, I get it. Every XRP coin might be worth $400 if it were used instead of the US dollar. It's much more likely that they'll cost between $10 and $50, but it will depend on how well it takes the place of other currencies and the US dollar. I think that's really great. I also think that $10 and $50 per coin is a huge gain, since we're only at threes now. That is crazy as hell. We can make a lot of money as we trade up and down with the change because of this. Moving away from the US dollar isn't the only thing that's going on with XRP. I do think that we need to pay attention to. It's clear that cryptocurrency will be a big part of how money works in the future. This is becoming clearer to everyone, which is why more and more people are joining the XRP team. More and more people want to know about Bitcoin, Solana, and other things. They understand. I also think it's great that we have XRP now, since less than 1% of people in the world have any. That's a crazy large amount. A lot of people have joined the XRP army right now, but don't forget that there are people in the. We are a top coin, but it's still very early in the usage phase. You won't believe it, but Grok and other very careful AI tools say that the chances between 10 and 50. So I'll probably talk a lot about all the deals and moves I'm making in the markets on my Discord and Telegram. To be clear, I want you to know that you can get all of this great information for free. This is where I regularly make crazy amounts of money. Okay, we do really cool things as a group.